ቻናል ነው። የትሪራ ቻናል ሰብስክራይብ በማድረግ ቤተሰብ ይሁኑ። ሰላም ጤና ይስጥልን የዩቲዩብ ቻናል ቤተሰቦቼ ተማሪዎች፣ ዛሬ በዛሬው ቻናላችን ወይም በዛሬው ለሰናችን የምናየው ስለ ኳድራቲክ ኢኩዌሽን ይሆናል። ኳድራቲክ ኢኩዌሽን ከኢኩዌሽን አይነቶች ውስጥ ብዙ ጊዜ በኤሌመንተሪ ደረጃ በሃይስኩል ደረጃ የሚገጥመን የኢኩዌሽን አይነት ነው። ከዴፊኒሽኑ እንነሳለን ወይም ከጀነራል ፎርሙ እንነሳለን። Then the general form of quadratic equation, or any equation that can be reduced in the following form, which is in the form a x square plus bx plus c is equals to 0, where a is different from 0 is called the quadratic equation. So any equation that can be reduced in the form of this form is named as quadratic equation. The main property is, for quadratic equation, the highest degree for the exponent for the variable is the highest exponent is 2, and this the leading coefficient we call a, the leading coefficient must be different from 0. In case if the leading coefficient is 0, our equation will be reduced to a linear equation or a constant term depending on the value of b. In general, a quadratic equation will have this form. When we can name the coefficient a, which is named as the leading coefficient. A is named as leading coefficient, while C is, this term C is called the constant term. We are dealing this equation in the number system, which is real number system. Therefore, for a quadratic equation, there are different solution methods. Among this solution method, the general one is a quadratic formula. The general form is a quadratic formula. The quadratic formula, which is used to find the solution for a quadratic equation. This quadratic formula is defined as x is equals to minus b plus or minus the radical b square minus 4ac over 2a. All the terms b, a and c are taken from the quadratic equation. First, we have to reduce any quadratic equation in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Then after, you can substitute each coefficient b, a and the constant term c in this equation. Then you can get the value of x. The solution, the number of solution for a quadratic equation depends on the term b square minus 4ac. In the next video, we'll see the number of solutions for a quadratic equation. Welcome back. Next, we are going to see the general or quadratic formula, which is a formula used to determine the solution set for a given quadratic equation. As we remember, or as you know, the general form of quadratic equation is, it have a form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a is different from 0. Now there are about 3 methods, but in this video we are going to see the general formula or quadratic formula method. This quadratic formula method is used to find the value of x which satisfies the quadratic equation. Then this is defined as x is equals to minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac over 2a. All the numbers b, a and c are taken from the given quadratic equation. Before we find the solution for quadratic equation by using the general form, first of all you have to do is to reduce the given equation into this form. After that, you can easily determine the value of a, b and c, substitute in the quadratic or general formula. Now, depending on the term b square minus 4ac, the number of solutions for the quadratic equation depends on the sign of b square minus 4ac. This term is said to be the discriminant term. Therefore, a quadratic equation, the number of solution depends upon the sign of the discriminant term b square minus 4ac. For this we have three cases. The first case is case 1. If the discriminant term b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, then the quadratic equation has only one real solution. This can be easily seen from this formula. If the b square minus 4ac and the radical term is equal to 0, then we remain only x is equals to minus b over 2a. This is the first case. In the second case, case 2, if b square minus 4ac, this term, the discriminant term, is less than 0. If it is less than 0, then the quadratic equation has no real solution. Has no real solution. If it is less than, that is, if the b square minus 4ac term is negative, the the square root of negative is undefined set of real numbers. Therefore, in this case, the quadratic equation has no real solution. The number of solutions for quadratic equation depends on the term which is discriminant term b square minus 4ac. Term. Therefore, we have three cases. A quadratic equation generally has at most two solutions. Case 1 is if the discriminant term b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. If the discriminant term b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, then the quadratic equation has only one real solution. It has only one real solution. In another case, case 2, if the discriminant term, the sign of discriminant term b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, then the quadratic equation has at most two real solutions. The third and the last case is a case where a quadratic equation will have no real solution. That is, if the discriminant term b square minus 4ac is less than 0. That is, if the discriminant term b square minus 4ac is less than 0, which makes the square root undefined set of real number system. Therefore, quadratic. In this case, quadratic equation has no real solution. We are discussing the equation under the set of real numbers, therefore it has no real solution. But in the complex number system, this type of equation may have a complex solution, but in the case of real number, the quadratic equation of this form will have no real solution in the case b square minus 4ac is equals to, sorry, less than 0. Thank you for watching. In the next video we'll see some examples how to solve quadratic equation.